For the first time in a decade, UNLV is going bowling. Mountain West Coach of the Year Barry Odom led the Rebels to their most victories since 1984 with the help of a school record 6 first-team All-Mountain West honorees. It'll be the Rebels versus the Kansas Jayhawks in the 2023 edition of the Guaranteed Rate Bowl. Welcome inside the Mountain West Network studio. I'm Bridget Howard here with this Bowl Blitz that's presented by Gatorade. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel. To preview this Guaranteed Rate Bowl, let's bring in former Rebel quarterback and current Rebel broadcaster, Caleb Herring. Caleb, thank you so much for joining us today. It's great to see you.
It's awesome. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to still be able to talk Rebel football here in mid-December.
Absolutely. Well, what a year UNLV has had. The Scarlet and Gray are going bowling for the first time in 10 years. And how about this? The last time UNLV was in a bowl game, you were the quarterback back in 2013 in the heart of Dallas Bowl. How exciting has it been to watch this program flourish this season under Mountain West Coach of the Year, Barry Odom?
It's been so exciting. And if it was any more exciting or thrilling for me, I'd probably be suited up and playing still. So that's been so fun for me. It's been fun for Las Vegas. And I think this season was right on time. I think the sports world had its eyes on Las Vegas for good reason with everything that's going on, the NFL, the WNBA, the Golden Knights and hockey. Just about every sport you can think of has been blooming here in Las Vegas over the past 24 months or so. And Las Vegas has been waiting for college football to come onto the season. This year, it did in a big way with one of the most historic seasons in a lot of different ways, and the wins being total and getting to the first bowl game in 10 years, hopefully putting a stamp on it by coming away with the 10th win in that bowl game. But it's been a fun year for everybody in the community, myself included. Sometimes I had to pinch myself a little bit and step back and just be a fan. Barry Odom said some things in his opening presser as the first-year head coach about being able to compete for championships. And we understood it was the vision and it was the right thing to say at the time. But little did we know that fast forward to the end of the year, we'd be doing just that, competing for the Mountain West Championship earlier this month, and now with a chance to get a bowl game victory. It's an awesome time to be a Rebel, and I'm super excited. I was here and got an intimate look at it and a close-up look at to get to know some of the players and watch their journey from start to finish here in 2023. It's been awesome. It's been amazing for me to have front row seats.
Well, a number of accolades have rolled in for the Rebels, and Jacob DeJesus is one that is getting a lot of attention. The special teams star has combined for an FBS best 1,019 yards on kickoff and punt returns and earned USA Today Sports and Action Network All-America second team nods as a kick returner. What has been the most impressive part of this highlight reel of a season for DeJesus and the way he's been able to make such a name for himself?
I tell you what, it started actually in the offseason, things that he did before actually taking the field on Saturdays at Allegiant Stadium. His work ethic, his charisma off the field. He's one of those guys that you know is a go-getter. He's a blue-collar guy. He practices the way he plays, which is full speed ahead. And it shows. It translates to the way that he's able to get those returns and provide the electricity for the team. A determined guy. He's a very focused young man, and I think it's paid dividends. He and the rest of the special teams have been electric all season long. He's one of the guys that you root for, and you're glad to see where he came from and now where he is. Junior college guy, overlooked coming out of high school, and now leading the nation, one of the leaders in the nation in all-purpose yards, and one of the most explosive players for UNLV all season long. And I think that's what will highlight the season most for me. The yards and the numbers are excellent, but I think the timing of how great he was in the return game, providing a spark at Allegiant Stadium. Some of the loudest moments for the Rebel fans came on those DeJesus returns. Kudos to him for an amazing individual season, but to the special teams unit as a whole for making it happen. And James Shebes led the way with that, and Coach Odom with the tempo, obviously making special teams a priority. But Jacob got the numbers, and he deserves the accolades he's getting at the end of the year.
Well, he is the first Rebel to earn All-America honors as a kick returner. Well, Kansas is making its 14th bowl appearance in program history. The Jayhawks enter the Guaranteed Rate Bowl with an 8-4 record, going 5-4 in Big 12 play, marking their best regular season record since 2007. Their defense, ranked 4th in the Big 12, allows an average of 377.6 yards per game, while their offense ranks 28th nationally, scoring nearly 34 points per game. What has to be the focus for UNLV on both sides of the ball against a Jayhawks program that is also on the rise?
Well, this team is an exciting team to watch, and their season in the Big 12 was obviously something that people were turning their heads for. And one of the big reasons why was Devin Neal. He's an NFL caliber running back, and it's funny because the Rebels have faced a couple of NFL running backs in the past couple of weeks. Obviously, Ashton Jeanty, the Mount West Offensive Player of the Year, was their Mount West Championship foe. So they got a glimpse, almost identical when you look at the guys as their build and their stature and the way that they play. But Devin Neal has been explosive, 1,200 yards on the ground, 15 touchdowns to his name for the Jayhawks. So he's had a great season. He's going to be the main focus for the Rebels defensively. But to counter that, Jason Neal has been a great quarterback as well. He's got some passing capability, which is exciting and a compliment to the run game. But as a runner, he's been fantastic as well. Had a big game against Cincinnati, a couple of long touchdown runs, showed off the speed. So those two are going to be dynamic for the Rebels to stop on the offensive side. Defensively, they're obviously going to have to contend with a guy and one of the best cornerbacks in the nation, with Mello, with 4 interceptions on the season. 2 of those he took back for a touchdown. So turnovers became an issue for the Rebels late in the season against Air Force and again in the Mountain West Championship game. So a ball-hungry Jayhawks defense that came down with 12 interceptions on the season. UNLV is going to have to take care of the ball offensively, prioritize possessions, which is kind of a tale as old as time for every football team, but especially with the Rebels coming off of a layoff, had a few weeks off in these past weeks. Get back to the disciplined brand of football. Make sure the eye discipline is there to stop guys like Devin Neal on the offensive side. And then on your side of the ball, make sure you take care of it. Get back to turnover-free and penalty-free football. I think I like the Rebels' chances. It's going to be a fun and exciting game. Obviously, anytime the Big 12, the conference matchup gets involved, people are going to have their eyes turned. But it's a chance for UNLV on the national stage to make a name for themselves. And I think the Jayhawks are a fitting opponent to do that.
Well, Caleb, thank you so much for your insight and for joining us today. Happy holidays and enjoy the finale to this historic and exciting 2023 season that UNLV has had.
Thank you. Good luck. Go Rebels.
That's UNLV football broadcaster Caleb Herring. This Bowl Blitz has been brought to you by Gatorade. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel. The 2023 Guaranteed Rate Bowl will be televised nationally on ESPN with kickoff set for 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on December 26th at Chase Field. From the Mountain West Network studio, I'm Bridget Howard.